Hey everyone, today I quickly wanted to talk about origami conventions. Now you're watching this video, so you seem to be online and enjoying origami there, and that's great. But there's so many other things that you can do. One of the great ways to connect with the offline world of origami is origami conventions. Very many societies kind of host these big meetings in all kinds of countries all over the world, and they sometimes have different focus, but generally you just get together with other people that enjoy origami, and it's very exciting. Now, some focus directions could be didactics, like teaching and maybe bringing it to schools and universities, or going to even more academic stuff like papers about mathematics, and more scientific approaches to origami. And then there's lots and lots of conventions that really are just about seeing other people display models, displaying your own models, getting together with other origami enthusiasts, attending sessions where people teach, or teaching sessions yourself. And most importantly, just meeting people. It's a great opportunity to also meet designers, the people that come up with all of these awesome models, and get lots of inspiration from them, but also, of course, from other folders who do amazing stuff. Usually conventions have some free folding space, and then there's sessions where people teach. And then there's sometimes talks with different focus. It might be about how a designer goes about their work, what inspires them. It might be about mathematics, about teaching, about history, or whatever, anything. It just depends on who's going there, I guess. It also depends usually on the special guests. So how do you find out where there's an origami convention? Well, different origami societies have great lists. One of the most comprehensive ones, I think, is on the website of Origami USA. So that's origamiusa.org/calendar. And they list various events, conventions all over the world. But you can check other ones. So I thought I'd highlight a couple of conventions, just not all of them, but just a couple that are happening this year to show you that it's really all over the world. So we'll start with the probably next one, which is in April in the UK, in Birmingham. The British Origami Society is hosting this convention. And the very first convention I went to was also a BOS convention, and it was the most amazing experience. They're really, really great folks, and I've always enjoyed those conventions. In May, there's one in Germany, close to Berlin. In June, in New York, the very big convention by Origami USA. I've been meaning to go there, but the last time I planned it, I was actually pregnant with Felix, so that I just didn't think it was a good idea to go there with a small baby. And in July, in Ohio, there's Centerfold. They, by the way, have Asya Brill as a special guest, just because I've seen so much excitement about the curly Q, which I totally understand. Her husband, Dave Brill, is also there. Carmen Sprung from Germany. I've presented some of her work too, especially stars. And also Tomoko Fusa, and who doesn't know her great modular work and her spirals, her boxes, her kusudamas, all of the amazing stuff she's doing. So really awesome guests. And all of the events are listed on the Origami USA site in the calendar. And there's links, and there usually it also says who the special guests are. So if you're particularly excited about meeting a specific designer, then checking that out is a good idea. Some conventions, they keep it kind of secret who the special guests are, but the majority, they say it in advance, which I think I prefer because you can really look forward to it. But that was Europe and the US. So, and there's also, of course, lots of stuff going on in Asia. And the trip to Asia for many of you, I guess, will be quite big, so you might want to combine it with a vacation. But also, if you really want to do the whole big thing of doing lots of origami conventions in one go, they actually try to put them together date-wise so that you can visit many events in a short period of time. So starting with end of July this year, there's the NOAA Symposium in Kumamoto in Japan, directly followed by 6 OSME, that's the International Meeting of Origami in Science, Maths and Education, so it has a definite drift to the more academic and teaching aspects, and that's in Tokyo in Japan. And then there's 2 different conventions in parallel where you can decide, do I want to stay in Japan or do I want to hop over to Korea? So there's the Bridges Conference during ICM, the International Congress of Mathematicians. And there, it's all about maths and music and arts and architecture and lots of awesome stuff happening, and also like a really nice origami exhibit there. This is in Seoul, in Korea. Or in parallel, there's also the convention by the Japan Origami Academic Society, and that's again in Tokyo. So you could stay in Tokyo after 6 OSME. And after that finishes, there's the Korean convention in Seoul, Korea. So either you go to Bridges and hop over to Seoul in Korea, and then stay there for the Korean convention, or you stay for the JOAS convention in Tokyo after 6 OSME, and then maybe decide to go over to Korea. So you could do like an awesome vacation of visiting Japan and Korea and doing sightseeing and taking a lot of stuff in, but kind of taking some time off to also go to the conventions, and most of them, are very well prepared for international visitors who don't know Japanese and stuff like that. Like especially 6 OSME and the JOAS convention, I think have a lot of international visitors. In a perfect world, well, not in a perfect world, but I would have probably done that big trip this year. I was really looking forward to it because I haven't been there yet, and I think it'd be totally amazing. But just like I postponed going to the Origami USA convention in New York for Felix, I again have a very similar reason why I'm not going, and it's probably best shown. I've mentioned this before, but you can see my quite big belly by now. My due date is in about 1.5 to 2 months, so end of July, August, our new baby will be tiny, like maybe 2 or 3 months old, and it will just be too much, I think. So we've decided to not do that trip, but I will do that trip in another year, because every year they kind of try to do the timing the same. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you that, while enjoying origami online is perfect and great, and I love it too, that's why I'm providing all of the content I do consider looking into going to conventions, to meet others, to have it even more personal. And also, of course, you can check whether there's origami clubs nearby where they have like meetings regularly, maybe once a week or once a month, or joining origami societies in your country or elsewhere. I'm a member of a couple of origami societies myself. They usually have magazines that they publish and information, and just lots of goodness that you can enjoy both online and offline. And yeah, it's just about connecting with the community in different ways. And conventions in particular are something I'm super fond of. I've so far been to conventions in the UK, in Italy, and in Germany. But I want to go to other places too. It's just always, figuring out, when you have time, and whether travel to that country is convenient for you, in the place you are, both like time-wise, location-wise, um, and just checking what you're most excited about. So with that, I'm going to could stop and just send you over to origamiusa.org/calendar for a complete list of conventions, or maybe not complete list, but a very good list of conventions all over the world. So that you can check out whether maybe you want to meet some awesome people and have lots of fun with origami offline, not online. Okay, I'll keep it at that and see you around. Bye bye.